I'd be curious to taste the melon one.
Yeah.
Melon cart, that sounds great.
Right.
Well, you'd have to buy that. You order it in.
Right, okay, yeah, I'll get right on that, Russ. Jeez, tough crowd.
Yeah, seriously.
First session, and I'm already getting that.
There's nothing I can do about it. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean it's not here, Josh?
Coming to you full of sunshine and smiles and
It's game time.
and happiness from the Beer to Whiskey Studios, high atop Barley's Tap Room on Washington Street in magnificent downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this episode of Big John and Five. That's where I get my good buddy on the far end of the dais, Big John Richards, to pick a beer from one of Barley's 72 or so taps, 50 or 60 cans and bottles. We sniff it, we sip it, we kibitz about it. John tells us a little bit about the brewery. Sometimes we hear a little bit of brewing history. And today, in this episode, we have with us El Jefe, Josh Beebe, who owns Barley's. He owns Tap Room, which is Trapdoor. Yeah. Jesus. See, we've done a few of these today, so I'm lucky I'm still sitting upright. And he owns the Trapdoor downstairs. And
Excuse me for yawning.
it is such a, it's just
We're gonna get you woke up here.
such a treat. No matter how sleepy he appears and bored, we're gonna get this thing moving along. Big John, what do we got?
So we are drinking a mango cart from Golden Road Brewery out of Los Angeles, California. LA's largest brewery, for what that's worth. But they've got some national distribution these days for the last few years through working with some of the big guys. And so we're able to get those guys out here, and their beers are actually really, really good. This is a part of a triplicate sort of series that they do year round, but in different installments. This is Mango Cart. They do a melon cart, they do a honeydew cart, and they do a...
Well, no, the melon cart is watermelon, honeydew, and cantaloupe.
Okay, that's what we were talking about earlier then.
And then is it the Young Pup or something is the session IPA that comes out.
Wolf Pup.
Wolf Pup.
Yeah. Wolf Pup's delicious. That's one of the first ones I remember that just really caught my attention.
That's another great name for a beer.
Wolf Pup.
Wolf Pup, yeah.
That's a great name.
So
And I think the direction they're trying to go for in this, tell me if I'm wrong, is they're going for really big, strong flavor with super low alcohol beer.
Yeah, so it's 4% alcohol, which is eminently sessionable.
Yeah.
You kind of have to work at it for it to even get your attention.
It's still 4% more than Mick Ultra has. I'm just saying.
So it's also built to kind of pay homage to the fruit carts that are, indicative of the LA streets, or, all the different fruit vendors and food vendors and stuff that are out there. So that's why they're different series of fruits. So it's just a super light, flavorful beer, really quenchable, really crushable, where you can sit back on a hot day and have a nice little refreshing beer.
I smelled it, and it's all mango, all that,
yeah.
which I'm excited about.
Well, let's give it a go, boys.
Here's to it.
Text Miss Lily.
Oh yeah, it smells like I just peeled the mango.
Yeah, and that's funny. I was looking at the can before we got into this, and it shows the little mango cart, and the guy's got the whole mango with the knife that he's cutting it, and it's, when you're down on the beach in LA and it's hot and sweaty, there's nothing like a fresh mango or some sort of tropical fruit. So I see what their goal was with this beer, and I think they've hit it pretty.
Yeah, it tastes. It's really nectary. It tastes like. It doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like fruit juice.
That's what I was going to say. If you put that in front of me and didn't tell me it was, the lacing gives it away a little bit. But if you didn't tell me that was a beer and I sipped that, I would have guessed probably fruit juice or.
And I'm not sure if they're using real juice or an extract, but it's a little sugary, but it's not.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's definitely mango.
Yeah, I didn't really dig into trying to find a recipe for this or figure out how they did it, but I suspect they're probably using an extract. I mean, the crazy part is that using real fruit doesn't always translate real fruit flavor.
Correct. 100%. And gets real expensive real quick.
And it gets real expensive. And yeah,
I'm not saying
not
that
only
hasn't
that,
been done.
yeah, not only do you have to get the fruit, you have to pay someone to get the fruit into the beer.
There's a reason why Unknown's not in business anymore.
Right? Yeah. Right. Gracious.
If it was remotely edible, they'd put it in there.
Exactly.
But no, this is nice.
Fun times.
This would be great around the pool.
Yeah, that's exactly
day.
what this is for. Obviously, it's
Sitting on the beach.
sitting on the beach, sitting by the pool, sitting on your balcony, sitting in the sun, and enjoying a beverage. And it's not, it's at that 4% range. You can sit there and drink it and not feel like you're going to get knocked over the head and pass out in the sun.
And it's a nice light wheat beer, so it's not going to get super bloated and all that. So, yeah, I'd say a winner.
Yeah, good product.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
I'd be curious to taste the melon one.
yeah,
Melon cart, that sounds great.
right.
Well, you'd have to buy that. You order it in.
Right, okay, yeah, I'll get right on that, Russ. Jeez, tough crowd.
Yeah, seriously.
First session, and I'm already getting that.
There's nothing I can do about it. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean it's not here, Josh?
Wow.
It's not even at market yet.
Right?
Anything else, John?
No, I mean, we covered a lot of it. This is one of those big national beers that, you're either going to resent them for their success or you're going to enjoy the beer for what it is. So
We were trying to delve in a little deeper to see if how far in bed they got with AB, but we were trying to wrap our heads around that too. I think it's an interesting time in the beer world because so many people have sold out. And it used to be a thing back in the day when if Anheuser-Busch got involved with a brewery, they would come in and just squash it. Their goal was to get it off the shelves so that they could have more
shelf
room for
space.
their stuff, right?
I mean, they had a little laser gun. They were just trying to evaporate the little breweries that got successful.
Yeah. And then I think that whole model changed when 10th and Blake got involved, which is Coors Craft subsidiary, and they were like, hey, you guys are really good at what you're doing. Help us help you. And they did that with Terrapin. They came in as a silent investor for 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
Got them to a good growth spot, and then deemed that was a good enough business for them, and they bought it out for a large amount of money, and they kept Spike on there to continue the product, and they kept Dustin down there. So they're still very hands off, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what AB's starting to realize is instead of killing these brands, we can grow them and make ridiculous amounts of money off them.
Right.
And why do we want to interfere with that when these guys have already got it to a certain point?
And they've been smart enough for years now. I mean, look at the likes of Elysian and Wicked Weed, which is near and dear to us. I mean, it broke all of our hearts when Wicked Weed
just up
cashed
the
that
street.
check.
Yeah. A week before they launched.
Yeah, right.
So that was fun. That was a fun week.
But they, it's still the same people up there making beer. It's still the same people working in the tap room, and all they're doing is getting to send their beer out to more people. So
Economy of scale.
How do you get mad at that?
100%. And it's I think Elysian was the first one they did that they didn't really destroy it and mess with it. They were kind of like hands off. So they're learning, and I don't know. John and I were talking about how. The biggest difference with this right now is that these people that have been working and sweating their, for 20 years are actually now they're getting paid properly.
Right,
There's still a lot of purists out there that are probably looking at us throwing rocks at their computer screen right now. But,
I mean, the beer business is tough. It's not an easy business.
And it's not getting any easier after the pandemic. The numbers are going down at breweries. So, yeah, I don't know. I felt a very specific one way many, many years ago, and now I'm just kind of.
We were all. I was like, I mean, I know several folks that still are like, well, if Anheuser-Busch is involved, then I'm not going to have anything to do with it. And I think that's misguided these days. I was in that camp for a while and have found my way out to where if I can get good beer, why would I not? Why would I not have the good beer?
Yeah, definitely. And it gives some longevity to these great brands.
It does.
Exactly.
Come
It
to
does.
know and
Yep,
love
yep.
over the years.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, we've watched enough good breweries close out because they couldn't make ends meet.
Yeah, definitely. So, anyway, I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole too
Well,
much.
here we are.
Here we
I
are.
guess we did. So,
Boys,
but
Cheers.
cheers, boys.
so damn lucky. See you next time.